The evergreen state is seeing red. Washington is now under a state of emergency as aggressive, fast-moving wildfires explode, destroying hundreds of structures and forcing mass evacuations. The state's governor warning the situation is dire.
I declared a statewide emergency and a statewide burn ban because we've heard how challenging the situation is and how challenging we expect it to be, especially this weekend with extremely high winds that you'll be hearing more about, high temperatures, and a really volatile situation.
Around Spokane, strong winds are making it tough to contain, driving fires toward homes and keeping crews on the defensive. Thousands of people have been forced to evacuate, with officials warning the fire danger could get even worse. Washington has already seen more than 1,000 wildfires this year, burning about 425,000 acres. More than 200,000 acres are actively burning in 12 large fires. For more on this, let's bring in Joaquin Ramirez, founder of Techno Silva, which helps organizations monitor and handle wildfires. He's also a former firefighter and fire scientist. Welcome, Joaquin.
Thank you, Jerry. Welcome.
What is your assessment of where things stand in the great state of Washington with these wildfires that appear to be quite devastating?
They are quite devastating and really heartbreaking how this wonderful land is being impacted. The reality is that the very, very dry spring that we have, the very minimal snowpack that we have, combined with the extreme conditions that came with this cold front, that is impacting the Cascades and all the Spokane area. It's a very strange scenario that unfortunately is going to continue during this week, and hopefully firefighters, the crews, and the communities can hold together this challenging scenario.
As you know, sometimes weather can be the best friend to firefighters. Is there any forecast of rain in the coming days?
Not really. Not really. So there are some milder conditions today, but Tuesday, Wednesday, the fire weather is still telling us that we're facing extreme conditions. So we'll have to wait a little till things slow down a little. So that's what the forecasts tell us.
From here on the East Coast, we're used to reporting and hearing about wildfires in the state of California. Washington State, not as much, at least from my memory. How out of context is this wildfire season in Washington?
Well, we have to think that, Washington was kind of in the middle of everything that happened in the previous years in British Columbia since 2017, or in Oregon in 2020, also happening extreme fire behavior. So the reality is that the West is in extreme conditions because the amount of vegetation, about the fields that we have, the amount of people that we have living in the woody areas are facing extreme conditions, and that combination, you just need the sparks that may come from any kind of source, right? But it's incredible what we're facing right now, because you have to remember that this year we suffered in Nebraska the largest fire in the history of Nebraska and the most devastating fire in the history of Georgia. So we're living a time of extremes, like also what happened in Spain this week, where I originally came from, or in France. Both countries have the largest fire ever. So that's what's going on. We're living a time of extremes.
Early in my career in Southern California, I covered wildfires, and I know that the wind can suddenly make a very dangerous situation deadly. What's your advice to folks in the state of Washington who hear warnings about these wildfires and they're told to get out?
I think that following, we have